Hi, hey Russ here. Welcome back to my shop, my messy shop. Now that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, I want to talk about my legacy real quick. And I want to talk about the indexing hub that you can purchase from the manufacturer. And what happens is they say there's two things about their indexing hub over using a faceplate or a four-jaw chuck over their locking indexing hub. Well, I'm here to show you that actually the four-jaw chuck is better than the indexing hub, in my opinion. And why is that? There's two drawbacks to using the four-jaw chuck. Mostly, changing things out. You can make faceplates custom to do whatever you want to do. I showed you how to do that in a previous video. But the problem, there was two problems that still remained. One was indexing it to exactly the same starting point every time, and you could only turn in one direction, because if you turn it the other direction, it would then come unscrewed and loosen. Well, I've solved those problems. I talked about it once about using a locking nut on the back side in there, but actually there's a little better way. I've been working on it. So what I did was I took and I drilled a hole on the back side of my chuck, put a 1/4 20 thread in there, tapped it, and now I've got a set screw. This is just a 1/4 20 set screw that is 5/16 of an inch long. And I screw that into the hole. So now what happens, quite simply, is, let me show you. Let's tip this down. Let's give it a little light. Okay. Now, when you put this on here, and you put it on all the way, and snug it down so that it's tight, it's okay. But the minute you start turning, if you're routing one direction, it can actually come loose. And the other problem with it is, if I wanted to put it, let's say in this position, so that my handle's down, or it locks the pin into the gear right at an exact point, but I'm not lined up on my piece because of my faceplate. Well, you can easily now take this, because of the locking set screw, I can take this, hold this position where I want it, and I can turn this where I want this. Then, quite simply, I take my set screw and I tighten it down. And I've now cured both problems. I've zeroed it out so that this is exactly where I want, which means my piece is going to be exactly where I want it instead of off. I can set it exactly where I want it, and I can go in either direction and it will not come loose. So the set screw and your four-jaw chuck is a quick and easy solution. And the four-jaw chuck is still a much easier unit. Sorry about that. And it's also a more adaptable to other things, because I've shown you already how to make your own faceplates and how cheap and easy and simple. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can attach it to a four-jaw chuck very easily. And so if you get the four-jaw chuck and you use a set screw, drill your own set screw and tap it, you can have a locking set screw in there, and that'll lock it down. And that gives you all the same capabilities that you would get with the locking indexing hub that you can purchase from the manufacturer. You want to buy theirs? Go for it. And buy the faceplates and that. But in my opinion, I can put my four-jaw chuck on here and actually leave it on there all the time. If I have to adjust it, I just take the set screw off, loosen it, adjust it to where I want it, lock it down, and now I can use it, and I can go in both directions, and it will stay put right where it's supposed to be. So, problem solved. You don't need a locking screw. All you need is a set screw, and it's simple enough to do. It took me about 20 minutes to drill this out. Now, I put one set screw in this. At this point is all I did. Let's take this back off for just a second, and I'll show you what I'm going to talk about here. So, I took and I put one set screw in here. If you wanted to, you could very easily put 2 set screws or 3 set screws or 4, however many you want around it, and you would only need to use the one. But if you really wanted to be sure it didn't move, tighten 2 or 3 of them down if you have them in there. It doesn't matter. And that'll lock it down securely using the set screw method. And it makes the 4-jaw chuck, in my opinion, the choice for what you use on your headstock of your legacy machine. Much more universal than the indexing hub for putting anything on there as you want. Just like on your regular lathe. The 4-jaw chuck is a wonderful piece of equipment to use. So take your 4-jaw chuck, put your set screws in it, problem solved. Anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by. If you have any comments about this or want to have any ideas of how you do this a little different, suggestions, let me know. If you like this video, please say so. Most importantly, though, come back again because we still got lots more to go here. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.